It is time for the 2025 Brooklyn Crokinole Championships, a Tier 2 National Crokinole Association event brought to you by the Brooklyn Crokinole Club. In this matchup, we have on your left Eric Mammen from the Greater Boston Crokinole Club, who we most recently saw in the quarterfinal round of the World Crokinole Championships. And up against him on your right, the tournament and club runner of the Brooklyn Crokinole Club, Mark Ponzio. Players will volley to see who decides the first shot. And Mammen, knocking Ponzio's piece off, gets to the side, give Ponzio the first shot of the first round. This is a race to 12 points. Whoever hits that goalpost first will be your 2025 Brooklyn Crokinole champion. And we are off. Mammen getting in front of a post with the hammer, about to have two pieces on the board. A strong start to this first round. Ponzio, lots of action off the post, but getting awfully close to the center here. Could see a conversion from Mammen, which we get. He doesn't get the off, but play firmly on the outside and set up for a double. Doing a good job. It'll be hard for Ponzio to get back to the inside here, especially with his own piece in the way. He sees a line, angles his shooter in. Very nicely done. Mammen playing to the outside, though. Ponzio trying to get in without success. Mammen will need to be careful not to stay close to the center. Shooting through to the far outside one. Ponzio's final shot gets the 20 to drop. Unfortunately, all Mammen needs is a takeout or a demotion, and he'll be good to take the first round. Mammen taking the first 2 points. We see this conversion 20. A lot of good defense from Mammen. We see this final shot, Ponzio getting it off a post, not quite enough to take it. This tournament is brought to you by the Brooklyn Crokinole Club. Mark Ponzio was the organizer behind this event, so a huge thank you to him and everybody who helped to make this possible. If you want to learn more about the Brooklyn Crokinole Club, you can check them out on their Facebook page. Link is in the description below. Ponzio with the hammer in the second round of this match. Mammen 4 for 4 on his open 20s, and Ponzio follows suit. You can see people in the back watching the action go down. We are waiting to see who misses first, and at this point in the round, the first miss could be the one to forfeit these 2 points. Final 2 shots for each player. They are zooming, but Ponzio coming up short. Heavy hanger for Mammen. Doesn't convert, but tough conversion for Ponzio there. Doesn't get it. Mammen going up another 2 points. We see that one backboard. That really solidified it for him as we head into the third round. Ponzio most recently won the Diamond State Crokinole Championship. That was a Tier 3 doubles tournament. He won that with Jamie Harder. I believe that was the end of August. We have the coverage for that match out as well. Mammen going along, and Ponzio gets a beautiful follow-through 20. Not necessary, but certainly helpful as that one lips out of the center. Curse of the reach. Mammen doesn't get the 20 he wants as Ponzio rolls to the outside. At least where Mammen can work for it. Gets just barely back into the 15. Not ideal as Ponzio has a good opportunity to play some defense, but pulling it back a little bit close still. The only thing here for Mammen, if he wants a 20, is a follow through, and he goes for it. Now this is tough. Ponzio keeping Mammen's piece in play. Mammen does a good job peeling everything, forcing Ponzio to the center. Doesn't mean much at this point. Ponzio sealed the round with that 20. Final shot's inconsequential. You see them really zooming through to get through this. Ponzio taking his first 2 points of this match. We see that beautiful follow through. This is a Tier 2 National Crokinole Association event. If you want to see the current standings, how your favorite players are doing, what upcoming tournaments there are that you can attend, you can see that all on the National Crokinole Association website to learn more about the NCA 2025 to 26 tour. You can check that out. Link is in the description below, and you will notice a discrepancy in the scoreboard. Got a little bit too caught up. These players dropping so many 20s. They are currently tied in the cup, and Mammen misses that shot. So right now, Mammen should only have 2 20s, not 3. Although we'll see if he can get a 20 here and we can make that correction. Going for the follow-through, doesn't get it. Ponzio doing a good job playing defense. Doesn't get the 20 and make that hurt, but still down to the final shot. Not much that Mammen can do here. If anything, he'll want a 20. Almost gets a triple, but not close enough. Ponzio does need to shoot. He confirms that. Ignoring the mistake on the scoreboard, Ponzio has tied that up. Tons of points on the board. So we head into the next round. Ponzio opening this up with a 20. Mammen going long. Ponzio almost got a follow-through there. We don't really see him rolling away. And I mean, it seems that he's been able to get those, so fair enough. Ponzio now up 2 in the cup. Mammen, a lot of work to do, but going long on that shot. Could be costly, but Ponzio unable to really make that hurt. Mammen with a follow-through. We see him fighting for those two. Mammen needed that one. It wouldn't have been wise for him to roll away at that point. Still, needs some more mistakes out of Ponzio if he wants to get back into this round. Still down at 20. Mammen does have the hammer, but going long. Mammen needs 2 20s here, and he needs mistakes out of his partner. That's a nice bounce back off the post, putting some pressure on Ponzio. But Ponzio, with that conversion, has sealed this round, and for the first time in this match, will be taking a lead with 3 consecutive rounds, bringing the score 6-4. We see that nice follow-through from Mammen. Also, this nice bounce back off the post, but it wasn't enough. We see this final 20 from Ponzio to put the nail in the coffin. Now Mammen, last time we saw him on camera, as he comes up short there, was in the quarterfinal round against Justin Slater. In my opinion, that was the best quarterfinal match from the World Crokinole Championships 2025. Nice drop from Ponzio. That was the one quarterfinal match from the World Championships that went to the 3rd game. A very tight match, and I highly recommend that you watch that. 2 20s for each player, but Ponzio with the hammer. Mammen will be waiting for a mistake out of his opponent. Now Ponzio also plays second at the Vermont State Championship. Mammen going long there. Ponzio almost getting a conversion. He lost to Aaron Lewis, but he got his redemption here in the semifinal round, beating Lewis for a spot in the finals here. Good shot from Mammen, but still needing a mistake out of Ponzio, and Ponzio is not giving it. Down to the final 2 shots for Ponzio. With that, the best Mammen can do is a tie, and that's assuming that Ponzio gets an invalid shot. Down to the final one. Ponzio could gutter here to confirm the round. He sees he's up at 20. He confirms that he's a hammer. Double checks. I'm assuming that was a joke. I don't think Mammen would lie about that. Ponzio taking the victory there. Yeah, going up 8-4. Again, he didn't need to shoot. Some people wouldn't. Players like Justin Slater, you see him gutter a lot on those final shots just because there's a small chance you could drop a 20 for your opponent. Nonetheless, into this next round, Ponzio to open up. Mammen coming up short, leaving a backboard for his opponent. Ponzio doesn't get the off, though. And that could prove to be costly, as that is in something of a tricky spot, as Ponzio has an invalid shot off the post. And Mammen makes that hurt just like that. He has a strong advantage. Ponzio needs to peel. He should have peeled on that one. And Mammen's going to make that mistake hurt. He is more than happy to extend play on the outside. Damage piece going out of play. Mammen now with 2 pieces on the far outside. I don't know if Ponzio's given up on this round. No, not necessarily. Mammen's forced to the middle now. He needs a mistake out of Mammen. Mammen doesn't give it. That's wraps on this round. Mammen will be getting back into this. Bit of a mishap on the scoreboard there. Mammen took that round, bringing the score 6-8. Totally ignore the 20s on that one. That is my bad. Got a bit caught up on the action. Nonetheless, both players finding the range. This video coverage is provided to you by Tracey boards, the official board builders for the World Crokinole Championships. Also, the boards being used at this tournament. Nice follow through. If you want to learn more, or to buy your very own board, go to TraceyBoards.com. Link is in the description below. And 2 follow-throughs for Mammen. Now up a dominating 220s. Playing against the hammer, but coming up short on that shot. An invalid out of Ponzio. Maybe shot a bit too quick on that one. A nice bump and run from Mammen. Up 320s now, going for 4. He'll be looking for the touch 20 here. Doesn't get it. Ponzio unable to get the off. Shots really inconsequential here. Dominating round for Mammen as he ties it up 8-8. We're going to see both those follow-throughs back-to-back. And even short follow-throughs like this are quite difficult. So kudos to Mammen to being absolutely on with those. This was just a Mammen round. If you are a Mammen fan, this is the footage for you. Those last 90 seconds. Ponzio with the first shot going long. We're 4 points away from 12 points for both players. Play is on the board. Slight advantage for Mammen right now. Just he has the hammer, no 20s in the cup. Unable to get that piece off. Not necessarily detrimental, but he doesn't want to let Ponzio get too much momentum on the board. We'll see what Mammen goes for here. Looks like he was going for a double. Doesn't get either off. And now we're getting a little bit precarious as Ponzio has 3 pieces on the board, 2 in the 5, 1 in the 15. My suggestion would be that 1 to the 15 is awfully close for a 20. Mammen could drop that right now, or he could play defensive and just try to hide in that 1 in the 15, which he does, although he doesn't get the off, so it gives Ponzio the chance to build up a few more pieces on the board. But Ponzio misses. That could be costly. Ponzio going for the double, doesn't get it. Mammen could have 2 pieces back here. It could leave Ponzio with a double, but he's going to have to peel, I think. Not sure if he sees it through the center. He could go through his own in the middle, but that is such a risky shot. And if he messes that up, that is most certainly forfeiting this round. Yeah, he's considering it. Oh, he sees it from the outside of the post. That's what he's looking at. Really taking his time here. He knows what this means. Only gets the single off. And Mammen's going to be more than content to just make him work here. Ponzio needs something huge. I don't know what that is. Because now Mammen has 2 pieces in that 15 region. Looks like Ponzio's lining up to go through his own. Oh, my Lord. That was the shot. Out of nowhere, Ponzio turns the tables. Let's get a replay on that. Follow through his own to get the off. Only 1 piece in the 5, sealing the round. What a shot from Ponzio. 10-8, now in striking distance of winning the championship. And I don't know if that rattled Mammen, but Mammen missing his first shot. I don't think the crowd appreciated that shot for what it was. Ponzio, what a shot. What a shot. You played it cool. But I know on the inside you love that. Getting a backboard up 220s now. Mammen with his back to the ropes. He needs to get back in this. And he needs a mistake out of Ponzio. Ponzio's not giving it. Mammen going long. Ponzio shot too quick there. Losing his own piece. But Mammen unable to capitalize. Ponzio peeling his own shooter again. I'm not sure if that was intentional. We saw 2 of those in a row. I'm not sure what the intention was with that. Nonetheless, Mammen going long again. And Ponzio getting to the outside. Maybe that's what he was going for, and he just made that mistake 2 times in a row. Beautiful double from Ponzio, and that is it. Ponzio is your 2025 Brooklyn Crokinole champion. Final shake of hands. He wins it 12-8. What a run. It is one thing to win a tournament. To win a tournament while running it and making sure everything's going smoothly, that can wear you down. But that didn't break Ponzio today. Congratulations to him. And such an amazing shot. I wish we could replay that one from the second last round. Nonetheless, great shots in the end to really show he is the Brooklyn champion of 2025. thank you for tuning in, and congratulations to both players, Ponzio and Mammen. And what a show they put on for us. Make sure to stay tuned. The next thing we'll be covering is the Scenic City Crokinole Classic, a Tier 1 doubles event. We will be live streaming that, the round robin, throughout the morning and afternoon, and then one of the semifinal matches and the finals, whoever that may be between. So make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to see more action. Book off October 18th, I believe, if you want to tune into the live stream. It is the Saturday, so 18th or 19th, whatever that is. As always, my name is Garret Tracey, and make it a great day.